Pull up the thing, gon' turn up. Yeah, pull up the thing, gon' turn up.
I hate you, I hate you, I don't even know you, and I hate your guts. I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else but you.
Wow. Welcome to Riddle Me This, where we explore and attempt to explain the most questionable people, places, and things. I am Oliver, your artificial intelligence speaker for this episode. Our riddle today is haters. What makes them hate? But before we begin, take a moment to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Also, check out our other video. Thank you. A hater is defined as a person who thrives on showing hate toward, criticizing, or belittling other people or things, usually unfairly. With the help of content creators Ryan David and Far From Average, we will explore why haters hate.
I want to talk to you about the psychology of a hater. Now, hate is nothing to be taken lightly, but the term hater is thrown around and used quite loosely, to be honest. What are we talking about exactly with hating, haters, people hating on you? What we're talking about are people who perceive you to be more significant than them. There's actually an explanation for this in human needs psychology. According to human needs psychology, we all have 6 basic human needs. Just real quickly: certainty, uncertainty, significance, love and connection, growth, contribution. Those are the 6 needs. Now you notice one of those I mentioned was significance. This concept of being a hater or haters has directly to do with this need we all have to be significant. And so when somebody feels like they're less significant because of you, let's just say, whether it be because of something you've accomplished, something that you possess, someone you are, anything that makes someone else perceivably less than they are, if they feel insignificant, less significant around you or because of you, this tendency may creep up to hate on you. And that's what we call it. But the bottom line is we all have a need to be significant, and if for some reason that need is not being met, then if we get around or we find out about other people who we feel are more significant, or they seem to be more significant, and they take attention off of us, because let's be honest, that's what we're talking about, is attention. If someone else is getting more attention than you are for certain reasons, therefore they seem to be more significant, we don't call it that, but that's what the need is: significance. If your need for significance is not being met in some other area of your life, then if someone else seems to be more significant than you, this tendency may come out, and vice versa. If for whatever reason your presence or your abilities or who you are or your possessions make someone else feel, or someone else feels insignificant, less significant than you are because you don't make anyone feel anything, then they may have that feeling inside of them, and may even behave in a way that they would end up looking like, and we will call them a hater.
They say haters are really just your biggest fans, and this idea was made even more popular by Kanye West, who is known for being different. There is a lot of truth to this idea. As kids, we all had that one person who hated us. This person just seems to hate you for absolutely no reason. Maybe they've never really even met you, but they've engaged in passive behavior that made it obvious they didn't like you. The biggest mistake that people make when someone starts showing hate towards them is looking for flaws in themselves or whatever it is they're trying to accomplish. They start to doubt themselves or their goals. Then they try to look at it from the other person's perspective, which is a natural process for the brain to make sense of the unnecessary hate. Now, depending on your mental strength and many other psychological variables, you might assume that the hate is deserved and give up on your dreams, whatever they might be. At the other end of the spectrum, the hate might not even bother you, or it might even motivate you to push even harder. When someone shows hate to you over the internet or in real life, you need to realize that something is wrong with the other person, not you. One of the main reasons why people hate on other people is because they are projecting their own flaws onto you. Some people are so scared to admit that they have flaws that they deny the existence of the flaws by accusing others of having those exact flaws. I said in an earlier video that a person's biggest flaw is almost always the flaw that they seem to always see in other people. If you pay close enough attention when talking to someone, it shouldn't take long for them to reveal their biggest character flaw to you by accusing others of having that exact problem. The other psychological reason why someone might hate on you is because they're too insecure to watch you succeed and do well. The reality is that some people feel very uncomfortable in their own skin, and by trying to bring others down in any way that they can, it helps them move away from their pain of feeling insecure. Now, if your friend tried to work out and lose weight or build muscle and failed, he will feel insecure when seeing others accomplishing the exact goal that he failed at and never revisited. You might find it interesting that it will almost always be your closest friends and family who show the most hate towards you when you're trying to succeed or chase your dreams. Why do you think that is? It's because we're influenced most by the people we're closest to. When your friend sees you succeeding where he or she failed, the hate will be even stronger because your actions have a greater effect on them than those of a complete stranger. Now, if you see some guy on the TV that wins the lottery and walks away with $500 million, you could probably care less, right? Now imagine you get a phone call from your closest friend who you've known since you were a young child, and he tells you that he just won $500 million from the lottery. If you're especially insecure about your financial situation in life, then the news is going to hit you even harder. Why do you think it is that so many lottery winners become isolated from friends and family after winning millions of dollars, when you'd think the sudden influx of money should have the opposite effect? The statistics don't lie, and they show that over half of Americans will retire flat broke, and 76% of the country is living paycheck to paycheck right now. This means that well over half the people in America are financially insecure. When you're insecure about something and you see someone else succeeding where you failed, it feels like a spotlight is shining down on you. You feel as if you're walking around with a giant sign broadcasting your insecurity to the world.
Now, we may not always agree with these guys, but they are on point when it comes to haters. Make no mistake, here at Riddle Me This, we believe haters are hilarious, and the biggest fans of all they hate on. Haters are lame. Try not to be one.
Pull up the single turn up. Yeah, yeah. Pull up the single.